Hi, I just realized that there can be two or three psychopaths in one person. So there can be the double psychopathy and the triple psychopathy. For example, my husband is a psychopath because in his personality there is the cold father sociopathy and the narcissism. But then, as his mother and his father manipulated him, he developed another psychopathy, and in such a way, he became a double psychopath. The difference is that when people have just one psychopathy, their anger is blocked. They can move on to the aggressive behavior just because they do not realize their anger. And if they kill people, it happens just due to uncontrolled anger. But when there is double or triple psychopathy, the emotion of the anger is unblocked, and people are cold-blooded and calculating. Their behavior can be aggressive only if they want to influence someone, or if they want to scare someone on purpose. But they know what they do. They never act by impulse. They plan everything in advance. They skillfully change masks depending on the situation. My husband brought me to nervous breakdown on purpose, and then he behaved as as nothing happened. He is an emotional sadist. My mom is a manipulator, but she didn't develop the double psychopathy just because she was manipulated only by her mom, my grandma. But my grandpa never manipulated. So my mom is a manipulator. She started manipulating maybe when she was 12 years old, just because she has already one psychopathy in her, but she didn't develop one more psychopathy, just because there is one component, just the narcissistic manipulation. The Another component, the sociopathic component, is absent. That is why she didn't develop another psychopathy in her. So and now I just understand why we have different kinds of the criminals. For example, if a narcissist starts playing aggressive video games, he becomes a psychopath. There is no authority for him. He can be aggressive, but he acts by impulse. In such a way, such people can be just the pawns in the criminal world. They just distribute drugs, rob, and kill. Um, if people uh, uh, develop a double psychopathy, if such people, uh, for example, they already were the psychopath, and then they developed the double psychopathy, and the sociopathic component is connected with the aggressive video games, and the narcissistic component is due to bullying of a girl, for example, at school. In such a way, it can be a maniac who will kill just women because he was abused by a girl at school. Um, Now I understand why some kids start torturing birds, dogs, and cats when they're just 4 or 5 years old, because they have one psychopathy from their parents that includes the physical abuse, and then they develop another psychopathy connected with the kids bullying. For example, such child has a sister who bullies him, and a brother who bullies him. In such a way, he develops the double psychopathy, and he becomes a physical sadist. So such people like torturing people before they kill them. Uh, Such people as my husband are the emotional sadists. They can manipulate people skillfully. But now imagine if such people as my husband, they develop the triple psychopathy, and it is connected with the bullying. On one hand, female bullying, on the other hand, male bullying, and when they combine, the triple psychopathy develops. As such people um, uh, realize what the anger is, they are cold-blooded and calculating. So usually they become the leaders in the criminal world. And now I realize that Vladimir Putin is such a person who has the triple psychopathy inside. And now let's come back to my situation. So my daughter got rid of the narcissism in the shelter, and she was just a sociopath for the next month. So CFS couldn't prove the domestic violence regarding my kids. So that is why they allowed my husband to see my kids. I felt changes in my daughter. I even felt some empathy. But when she turned 12, something changed in her. She became more sensitive in terms of her health. So I would say that she became a high-level narcissist again, but I couldn't understand why. But the manipulation, the narcissistic manipulation, the manipulation from a woman develops a high-level narcissism. So again, the glass eyes, again, some superiority in her look. I couldn't understand what happened. And now I realize that she developed the psychopathy due to narcissistic component from her grandma and the sociopathic component from her father. The glass eyes is just as you look through the glass door. You know that there is somebody, but you knock on the door and there is no response. There is no understanding. There is nothing. And I just could imagine, so if she didn't got rid of that narcissism in the shelter, she could develop the double psychopathy in her, and she could become like her father, an emotional sadist. And my son, he was never manipulated by his grandma, because she was just rude with him, but she never manipulated him. So yeah, my son became a psychopath due to soft father component, and he was manipulated by his father. But his sister could start manipulating him, so he could develop the double psychopathy when he would turn 12 years old. But as he's aggressive already, he was aggressive. Right now, he could become not an emotional sadist. He could become a physical sadist, just because he was under physical abuse of his sister. And then my small daughter, she used to be a high-level narcissist due to her grandma, and due to bullying of her brother, she became a psychopath too. And then again, due to double manipulation from her father and from her older sister, for example, she could develop the double psychopathy when she is 12 too. And she would become an emotional sadist too. And the same could be with my baby. So all my children could become as my husband, and everything would look like it is due to genetics. But only the health problems happen due to genetics, and all the personalities problem happen just due to the emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. Thank you. Bye bye.